This is my compare and contrast essay on Chapter 7, The Empires of Persia. A bit of context for this chapter is in classical Persia, Cyrus took over the powerful Anatolia kingdom of Lydia, and that event helped the development of the Persian kingdom, which eventually led to the creation of the Achaemenid Empire. From 600 BCE to 600 CE in classical Persia, the Achaemenid and the Parthian Empire both governed by use of the satraps, and they both built capitals as administrative centers. But they differed in that the Achaemenids had a more centralized empire, and the Parthians chose to keep their empire less centralized. Firstly, the Achaemenids and the Parthians both governed by use of satraps, which were individuals who governed administrative and taxation districts called satrapies. These satraps often worked to build independent bases of power in the region. The satrapy system often resulted in rebellious satraps. Rebellious satraps occurred both in the Achaemenid and the Parthian Empire. Secondly, the Achaemenids and the Parthians both built capitals as administrative centers. The Achaemenid Empire built their capital in Persepolis near Pasargadae. The Parthians built their capitals at Ctesiphon on the Euphrates River near modern Baghdad. These capitals were used as centers of operation for the satrapy system. These capitals were not only used for administrative centers, but they were also used as monuments to honor their dynasties. Lastly, the Achaemenid and Parthian empires both differed in that the Achaemenids had a more centralized empire, and the Parthians had a less centralized empire. The Achaemenid Empire had a centralized government in order to keep power close in the state, although the Parthians didn't have a centralized government, but rather vested a great deal of authority and responsibility in their clan leaders. The Achaemenid Empire had a centralized imperial rule, such as the Qin dynasty in classical China.